He saved, I think Simon Goodwin, if they win this game, is going to go straight to Jeff Garlett after the game and say, thanks, mate. I appreciate that.
Give him a kiss, I reckon.
I think so. Look at this, a great effort. Just staying active on the mark. For the young people watching at home and the coach is telling you to work the mark, that's why he's telling you to work the mark, Brownie. Because in a critical stage of a critical game, round 2, Jeff Garlett has made a massive impact by just doing that and put it out in front of Hogs, which is a good finish by Jesse Hogan too.
5 scoring shots, that is. 4 goals, 1 for Hogan, who thought about Tom Bug and then said, I'll finish it myself. But Jeff Garlett, inspirational for Melbourne.
Yeah, it's one of the better small forward games you'll see. Jeff Garlett take that off to him, no doubt about that.
Made the extended All-Australian squad last year, didn't make the final cut. He might just get there this year. One to chase for Neil Bullen. Tapped it to his own advantage. Goes inside looking for Bug. Tracked it down, linked up with Jones. Tried to bust through the tackle of Mays. Back to Tom Bug. And it's out of bounds on the full.
The game's still on though. There's still 5 minutes to go. Only 2 goals of difference.
Well, even a point there, Brownie, would have been handy for the Demons. So that goes out of bounds on the full and still stays at 12 points.
See Fags just checking his right hand. Careful, he didn't break a bone there.
Might need some strapping. Closing minutes. Oh, he left it behind. McStay. Neil Bullen lowered the eyes and found the man of the moment.
Got to gobble it up with 2 hands there. Dan McStay. Bad mistake from the younger player. Just could have got the 2 hands to that. It's a bad turnover. Jeffy Garlett, what a game. He'll go back for his 6th.
And a great finisher historically from this spot. 11 of his 17 shots have led to majors. Off the outside of the boot, this one, and through for a minor score. So Brisbane hanging in there just.
It's an old handy point though, isn't it? So it's three scores now to 3 scoring shots now to level. What's that? 13. Yep.
Hodge goes with the torpedo. About 65 metres, killed by Lever. Found Oliver as well. Jones. Handball's a little risky in these conditions. Could slip Brisbane's way, and it does. Buick inside to Taylor. Where's the next link in the chain? He just chips at the hip, but is told to play on. Heard it late, and as a result, they wind up with just a minor score.
Just had to have better awareness there, Eric Hipwood. He knew the kick was only 5 metres, Rizzy. He's got to play on with that.
We could hear the call from up here. Yeah, the fact that it was such a short kick. Because he could have probably turned around, he would have strolled in and had an easy shot at goal.
Yeah, teammates as well streaming
forward.
They were going to have a certain goal.
No one's going to chase him down. He's lightning quick.
Yeah.
And they need to take the game on as well. They don't need to kill seconds by going back for a set shot if they don't need to. Andrews climbs off his hands. McStay leaves it for Witherden. Back down the line. Mays was outnumbered. It broke for Robertson, who tried to squeeze his way through, but Oliver takes it away. Great vision over the top. Another. Hogan's going to get another one here.
Jeff, is that Jeff Garlett again? Kicking it in. Fagan. Yeah, that's. People ask me why I'm not coaching, Brownie, so can we go back to that vision? So it has been a frustrating night. Lions have been terrific. Just turnovers early in the game, and we can see that again there. Another turnover going through the middle of the ground. You just can't defend turnovers.
6 goals straight last time these teams met, Jesse Hogan. And now he has 5 goals, 1, and that might just about seal it. Tough for Brisbane now.
Tell you what, Clayton Oliver's been brilliant. He's part of that turnover in the middle of the ground. He's had 32 disposals, 8 clearances, 8 inside 50s, and 19 contested possessions. He's been absolutely sensational. We just see here, Robinson gets through, but it's the hand from Clayton Oliver who's able to create that turnover, and then they're away. Good kick in there. Right, Petrarca into there to Hogan. I like Hogan this year. He's come in, he's got a real presence about him, playing with his presence. He's jumping to the contest with real physicality.
He's had some good kicks to him, Hogan, hasn't he? Like, he's played a fantastic game, but Christian's kick there was fantastic to him.
Oliver again, another clearance from him. Just handball off to Harms. Now Jones, who's got plenty of it as well. Hacks it inside 50. Hodge went up. McStay wasn't sure what was happening. Now Petrarca at ground level, trying to bust through the tackle. Able to get the handball away, and plenty of time to try and bend it around. but Melksham near side.
Just saw that play there by Hogan. He came out full forward. That's what I've liked about his game this year, is I feel like he's starting to launch at the football. I don't think it was a strength of his game the first 2 or 3 years, maybe carrying injuries a little bit. But launching at the ball, he doesn't necessarily have to bring down the contested mark, but just crash the pack. And the opposition defenders will start to feel his presence.
Little fumble from McCluggage. Max Gawn runs onto it. Just dropped it as he tried to stroll through. Clever tap back to Jeddah. And now through the middle they go. McDonald to Harms. Searching long. Bugged one out in the goal square this time. Hodge dealt with him. And went for the safety of the boundary line, and he'll get it.
Talking about Hodge's ability to hold his ground, he's still good at it, isn't he, Brownie? He's been in a number of one-on-one contests tonight. And generally, when you get a little bit older, you sort of lose the power in your legs. He's been able to hold his ground really well.
He's really fit and strong. We saw him a few weeks ago just in person. I thought he looks really strong. Looks very fit.
Tyson got it on the boot in a hurry. Hodge was trying to take it on the chest, but Bug got there to affect the spoil. Now it's all Brisbane at ground level. Hodge goes for another torpedo off the outside of the boot, and it's all Melbourne. Leading the chase is Hunt. Clever little kick around the corner. And Neil Bullen able to go underground back to Hunt. He tried the barrel. Not quite connecting with them, but it's worth giving it a crack. Kept in by Garlett. Tapped down to Jones, trying to squeeze a kick through everyone. What a pick-up, Fritsch. The excitement machine. Trying to put a seal on it. Couldn't quite bend it back, but it was a brilliant pickup.
Good to see Jaden Hunt only 6 disposals tonight there. Jesse Hogan shut down for the night. That's probably a smart move by the coaching staff of the team. He's had a big day. Jaden Hunt only 6 disposals, Brucey. So when do you see his best football? Maybe pushing up onto the wing or half back?
Yeah, it's interesting now that you've got Jeddah there and you've got Hibbert, and now you've got Lewis and Bernie Vince coming back. He just seems to be less attacking, whether that's affected him in a negative way and he's become a more defensive player. But certainly his best foot, he's played off half-back, but when he runs off and bounces, he just hasn't been able to get his hands on the ball enough tonight.
Matheson going long, looking for Andrews to make a contest. Almost fell in the lap of Berry. So 5 goals tonight for Hogan, 4 goals for Jeff Garlett, 33 touches for Oliver. Which way would you go in the votes?
Oh, geez.
27 possessions and 2 goals for Nathan Jones. So, yeah, it's a good question.
I thought it probably pains me to say it about small forwards, but Jeffy Garlett's been the most dynamic.
Yeah,
he's done it at clutch moments.
He's saved the game for him, really, hasn't he?
Harms, he's done his bit as well. Went with the right-hand handball against convention that found his target. And Tyson sweeping one. Hospital handball, and it turned over to Christensen. McCluggage hasn't given up all night, has he? Christensen still going at it, but Lever has time to go wide back to Harms. Neil Bullen down the line. So Brisbane put up a valiant fight, raised a 42-point deficit to draw level, and they couldn't quite work their way in front. And Melbourne came again.
Yeah, I know they're not after honourable losses, but look, Chris Fagan's team's in a different development phase than the Melbourne Football Club. Melbourne Football Club playing for top 8, Brownie, and Chris Fagan's trying to develop a team. So I think it's a win for the Lions tonight, even though he'll say in the press conference we're not after honourable losses.
Yeah. And as we saw during the week, if you want to make the top 8, it's tough to do when you start 0-2. So a really important win for Melbourne.
Yeah, look, they're not going to be super happy with the way they played, but you get off the scoreboard. You've 1 win, 1 loss, so it's an important victory for the Demons.
Yeah, got North, Hawthorn, Richmond, Essendon coming up in the next month. So next 3 though at the MCG, their home ground, which helps.
And their fans want that one next week. Haven't beaten the Kangas since 06. Oliver picks up another touch, a game high 34 for him, and there'll be a shot coming up after the siren from Bailey Fritsch, who's shown plenty of courage tonight.
Yeah, he has. So, yeah, look, Clayton Oliver, 34. His second half's been fantastic. And you can see there just the snap of the coach's box for Melbourne, Brownie. They're not super happy. You can tell there's not a lot of sort of excitement about the game. But, look, when you're a coach, you take a win. You respect the competition, how even it is. You played an away game. The conditions are very, very difficult up here. Second half's been very slippery.
Missed out on the finals last year through percentage, 0.5 of a percentage point. So every goal's handy, and Fritsch has 2 tonight. And Melbourne have their first win at the Gabba since 2010. They're 1-1 to start the season.